the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott, as he's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Cowboys and the Steelers on Thursday night primetime.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, the stage is set for our final Thursday night game of the year between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaud alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after it.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, 70 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And I like his honesty because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 42-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
The pass there over the middle to start things out. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
On third down, it's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Running with Elliott. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the ball. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Flush to his, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. This guy is in a zone. Remember, he had a sack hat trick last week. That got him NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Another one right here.
I love how you phrase that, in the zone, because I'm a firm believer that like a running back, like a quarterback, when guys get hot and get locked in, the same thing happens for guys getting sacks. Their moves are working, and they're getting home and putting guys on the ground.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb, and he's got it inside the 10. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Stephen Carter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this... And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust, because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the counter, Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 13 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 22. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Rolling to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise...
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Lutt's good on the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Prescott. He makes the catch off the tip by the safety. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
All right, you and I both know that was a lucky play, but I got to give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip, but used his size. I mean, tight ends, going up and getting it, sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that it'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Play fake. Here's Prescott. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. And again it's Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And the Steelers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And out across midfield down to the 45. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this is going to remain a one-point game. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Here's a quick slant to Ezekiel Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down and 10.
19, Charger, 19.
Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are once again back in front.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action. But that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
They'll set up a throw. This is intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up to throw. He finds his, and the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic, but downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught at the 10. A big play here for Dallas. 46 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
70 Rangers.
Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Line number 10. A 2-yard gain. It's now 4th down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now a hit and a loose football. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Eluding the pressure right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Here we go.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down at 13-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse, still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Come on, come on.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 5. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark, because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement, because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Dallas offense set for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the Pickens. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted by the Steelers.
So that now back-to-back drive CD that have ended with an interception.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Steelers on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
Check.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. The kick by Lutz is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And we'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. They'll look to throw here. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. His first career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we're into the final 3 weeks of the NFL season. A lot of races going to be coming right down to the wire. Before we get it back to you guys, let's check out what we have coming up this weekend on the Week 16 NFL slate. In that 1 o'clock time frame, a lot to choose from. But let's highlight the game in Philadelphia, a big one for the Eagles as they get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. The 4 o'clock games have some intrigue as well, especially up in Buffalo, where it'll be the Bills taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tennessee Titans. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Steelers in that first half. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And a short pickup to about the 25. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from the lead horse.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Corner blitz got home there. Pat Surtain, the one that dropped it.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Second and 9 now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. shot here on the ground. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ballgame. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
The kick by Lutz is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Force the 3 and out, got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves. Their offensive mates to get some points.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Micah Parsons. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Inside give to Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Elliott will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Steelers ready for their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He's going to try and take off with it. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Cowboys have recovered.
And this is one of the dangers of letting your quarterback run the football. Now look, he goes through ball security drills just like a running back does, but most of the time the quarterback swings the ball away from his body, and in traffic, sometimes they forget to protect it.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
It's not exactly round and round we go, But I'm looking at the poor defenses. All right, back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly, and you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change, get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now, but if this keeps up, you're going to have two very angry defenses. You'll have the offense to take care of the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. And they finally stop him, but not before he's inside the 15. A terrific return.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Micah Parsons, his 2nd sack of the night.
Hey, listen, check that.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Prescott. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Prescott to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup. 2nd and 4.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And some room to roam now. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
A loss of 5. It's 4th down.
Fourth down, Prescott. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Down the left sideline, finding space at the 40. And he'll be brought down at the 27. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it out past the 35. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
From the 45 on second down, Prescott gonna look deep for Wilson. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. And I think they are gonna get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score games. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Okay, ready?
They'll look to throw here on first down. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
What do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
2nd and long. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They're going to look to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 2nd and 6. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Back to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
So now the Steelers down on the scoreboard. A little over a minute to go. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it first and goal here from the 2-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Dallas, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll have a few extra days here now before they face the Lions next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.